Les Misérables.
Volume 4. Saint-Denis. The Idyll in the Rue Plumet and the Epic in the Rue Saint-Denis. Book 3rd. The House in the Rue Plumet. By Victor Hugo. Narrated by Peter Silverleaf. Chapter 1. The House with a Secret. About the middle of the last century, a Chief Justice in the Parliament of Paris, having a mistress and concealing the fact, for at that period the grand seigneurs displayed their mistresses, and the bourgeois concealed them, had a little house built on the Faubourg Saint-Germain, in the deserted Rue Plumet, which is now called Rue Plumet, not far from the spot which was then designated as Combat des Animaux. This house was composed of a single-storied pavilion, 2 rooms on the ground floor, 2 chambers on the first floor, a kitchen downstairs, a boudoir upstairs, an attic under the roof, the whole preceded by a garden with a large gate opening on the street. This garden was about 1.5 acres in extent. This was all that could be seen by passers-by, but behind the pavilion there was a narrow courtyard, and at the end of the courtyard a low building consisting of 2 rooms and a cellar, a sort of preparation destined to conceal a child and a nurse in case of need. This building communicated in the rear by a masked door, which opened by a secret spring, with a long, narrow, paved, winding corridor, open to the sky, hemmed in with 2 lofty walls, which, hidden with wonderful art, and lost, as it were, between garden enclosures and cultivated land, all of whose angles and detours it followed, ended in another door, also with a secret lock, which opened 1/4 league away, almost in another quarter, at the solitary extremity of the Rue de Babylone. Through this the Chief Justice entered, so that even those who were spying on him and following him would merely have observed that the Justice betook himself every day in a mysterious way somewhere, and would never have suspected that to go to the Rue de Babylone was to go to the Rue Plumet. Thanks to clever purchasers of land, the magistrate had been able to make a secret, sewer-like passage on his own property, and consequently without interference. Later on, he had sold in little parcels for gardens and market gardens the lots of ground adjoining the corridor, and the proprietors of these lots on both sides thought they had a party wall before their eyes, and did not even suspect the long, paved ribbon winding between 2 walls amid their flower-beds and their orchards. Only the birds beheld this curiosity. It is probable that the linnets and tom...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?